Hello everybody, welcome back. It is Friday the 26th of May and I am about to do another Streets of Blackpool series, and this is Bolton Street. Bolton Street starts here on Waterloo Road. We've got the promenade there, we've got the Hearts building there, we've got Bolton Street there which leads to the Pleasure Beach and all the way beyond the Pleasure Beach. But today we are heading down Bolton Street. On the right side we've got the Whitesides Family Amusements. On the left side we have got the shoe market. But for now we're going to be walking down Bolton Street. It's a very unusual street, I think this is, because there's houses, and I think it's an unusual street because it's more like, that's called Price Street, that's a small street. So it runs further down, and the further down you get, it looks more like an alley than a street. And there's some very small streets that run off here, and there's also some very, very interesting buildings. Little alley running off there, there's no name to that, that's just a little alley. We've got the Lancashire ink there, a little tattoo place. Say walk-ins are welcome. This bit pretty much here is residential. Got a car park there. I will show you the car park prices. Let me just get across the road. Small car park there. Let's just take a quick look at the prices. Bolton Street car park. It's not big, but there's plenty of room. There you go. There's the prices. Feel free to pause the video if you want to read them all. We've got the Sun Inn there. We can't see that wonderful building properly right now because very sadly it has all scaffolding all over it, but if you want to look at that building, I do have it on an older Bolton Street video I've done, and also on a Britannia Place video I've done. That little street we're looking up there is Britannia Place. Just a small street, head straight on to the beach. There you go, Britannia Place. And we've got the beach there, and you've got the back of Yates's there. That's just for reference really, if you're thinking of using that car park, because I do understand that the bank holiday's coming up and there'll be people coming down here, and sometimes just searching for a spot to park your car can be a chore. Although we are getting better now, and we do have quite the big car park that's being built at the top of Blackpool Central Development. The street down there goes a helicopter. That is Shore Road. That runs on through there to Lytham Road. And straight up there to the promenade, and on the right of that corner it's a fantastic looking fish and chip shop that is just off Shore Road. It's permit parking holders here on this part of the street, so you can't just boogie on down here and park. You have to be a resident or have a residence visitors permit. Got a few little houses here. See what I mean about this street being kind of unusual? I mean, I find it unusual. It's got a lot of interest. Shop for sale there if you fancy a little business opportunity. Buying a shop, 26k, no offers. That doesn't seem bad for a shop, that. That little street running off there is Hague Road. That runs straight onto, I think, Lytham Road. And let's just carry on further down here, down Bolton Street. I just saw a gorgeous little cat in a window and I almost just zoomed in to show you the cat, but then I just didn't, because I didn't want to zoom basically into somebody's living room window, because that'd just be weird. Little alley down there, that's quite a long alley that. And look at that building, that's interesting. Central Wholesale Limited. That looks like, I wonder what that's always been. That's quite unusual. And next to it, that also looks like an unusual property. The bottom bit looks like a former shop or cafe, is all boarded up, but look at the above, that doesn't look like it's used, but it also looks like it was absolutely lovely at some point. It's got those little attics in the roof, those interesting little thin windows, and what could be a little balcony. That looks really cool, I think. The street we're coming up to now is Alexandra Road. I already have that on the Streets of Blackpool video. We're going to look here though. I'm just going to move out a little bit so I can show you this old shop sign, or the little bit of it. It's a really old shop sign, something department. You can just see the end bit. I mean, even that shop sign there looks pretty old, but the one underneath it is super duper really old. And if we look there on the building, you can see bits of what looks like the original leaded lights on top of the windows, and the window frames, surrounds, whatever you'd want to call it. So I think that looks like a really interesting building. Anyway, we're going to cross Alexandra Road now. On that side, we've stop leading on to the promenade. But before we carry on, I'm just going to show you the front of this old shop. I am kind of veering off Bolton Street right now, but I just want to show you these interesting windows here. Look, can you see that? And the old door there. Look how interesting that looks. Let's just walk around here, because those windows go all the way around there. Look at those hooks. I wonder what they, was it an old butcher's maybe? Is that what those hooks are for? Did something hang on there? Well, obviously something hung on there at some point. That's what hooks are for, Guy. But do you know what I mean? Is that butcher related? Or was that simply a hook where some attachment was put onto it and it was maybe for clothes or fashion or something? I don't know. I've got no idea. But anyway, let's just continue on down Bolton Street. Again, that's Alexandra Road. It leads on to the beach, and if you look down there, it leads all the way that side onto Lytham Road. But we are just going to head on down here. Some backs of apartments on this side. There's mainly backs of properties down here, but I think that's what another thing that makes this street really interesting, how there's backs of properties but also there's fronts of properties. Look, we've got what looks like a little church here, but if we zoom up here and look at that, that says Wayman Memorial School. So a school at some point. Memorial school, what would a memorial school be? A school that's just in memory of somebody called Mr. Wayman or Miss Wayman, I guess. It's a little cafe now, look, it says there, pizza. Oh, that's the Gracie Cafe, of course. I had a little moment then and I forgot what the place was, but that's the Pizza Gracie. Look at that, what a lovely building that is. And they've got some nice looking artwork there on the walls. Oh yeah, could go and have a brew in there at some point. We've got some little houses down there, little residential houses, and it kind of looks alley-like, but it's a legit street because there's a little line going down the middle of the road and street markings. The road we're coming to on this corner is Crystal Road, so I think when we get to this corner I will finish this video because it's going to be in 2 parts because it's going to end up too long. So as we get to Crystal Road, I am going to end this video as this giant wagon truck comes past. That looks like it's just come away from St Chad's carrying rubble. So yeah, on that note, I am going to end this video as that truck turns past. So thank you so much for watching. Please hit that like button if you enjoyed the video, and I shall see you all soon in the next one. Goodbye.